It went well. Short and sweet. Pretty much, I love playing here. So even though it was disappointing with all the losses, I feel like guys were, professionals, and we worked hard every day, try to win every game. So it was basically just an overview of the season. How he thought I improved, which I worked a lot on. Finishing at the rim. Coming into last year, I was basically just a catch and shoot player, but I worked a lot on my ball handling and finishing at the rim, and I feel like I improved as a player and just have to keep growing.
Did they tell you where they would like to see you in the future?
Just said keep working hard. There's always room for improvement. Maybe tighten on my ball handling a little bit more. Obviously keep working on my shooting. So I think they're impressed with how I improved, but just take the next step and improving some more. So for me, I always work hard on my game in the off season. So it's nothing new. So just try to continue to do that.
What do you think your chances are of being back?
I'm not sure. I want to come back. I love playing here. Just have to wait and see if how the draft goes, how free agency goes. So it's hard to tell today, but I think they like me a lot. I like being here a lot. So we'll see what happens.
It's up to you to be back.
If it's up to me, yeah, definitely.
Jodie, how did you guys battle through the adversity this year?
Well, I think guys were just professionals. It's never easy losing a bunch of games, but I feel like we approached every game to win. Also, the coaching staff did a great job of preparing us every game and not letting us get too down. It's easy to try to get too down or jump ship when you're losing a lot of games, but I feel like they kept preaching to us that you can always get better. You're always playing for other stuff besides winning. You're always playing for yourself, for other teams. So I think when you have that kind of mindset, it helps you prepare for games.
Do you think you should be in the running for one of the most improved players of the year?
I think so. I feel like I improved a lot. Not just my shooting, but my all-around game. I was able to guard multiple positions. For some people said I wasn't a really good defender, but I've always thought my defending was underrated. But it's not up to me to decide. I just have to continue to work on my game and don't worry about what people say.
You just said now and a lot of times before that you'd love to be here, but just with your play this season, how confident are you that you're going to be able to get a lot of interest elsewhere?
I'm sure I'll get a little bit of interest somewhere else. But here, I love playing here. The fans are great. It's a packed house every night. You can't really take that for granted because I've been on other teams where it's 2,000 people in the stands, so that's not fun. Playing here is great. It's a dream. It's a winning organization, so we'll just have to see and wait what happens. But if it was up to me, like I said, I would be here.
If you did resign with the Lakers, or if they brought you back and came to an agreement, would you want to be in the same type of role that you had this year? And if so, do you think that's feasible to have that same type of role?
Well, yeah. Coming into the year, I didn't really know what to expect. Given the Kobe situation and when he would come back, I knew early on I would be playing a lot of minutes. But when he came back, I didn't really know. So I'm open to playing what I did this year, or not playing as many minutes. Obviously, with Kobe back, I wouldn't play as many minutes as I did this year, but I feel like that I improved. I would be open to it. Just have to dial my game back a little bit and try to expand it even more, especially not playing as many minutes, and try to get better in other aspects.
Where do you feel you can expand it even more?
Work on my ball handle a little bit more. Maybe run some point guard. I did some this year for the first time, so you can always get better in that. Seeing the court a little bit more, passing. I've been a scorer pretty much my whole life, so seeing the court better. And you can always add little nits, posting up, screen and roll stuff. So I just have to watch some film and see what I can improve in.
What's this experience the last couple of years been like for you, just in the sense that you showed up thinking that you would be
It was a little disappointing, especially the first year. I feel like we might go to at least to the Western Conference Finals, and that wasn't the case. So it was disappointing last year. This year was unexpected, all the injuries and all that stuff. But that's life. So have to get over it. Unfortunately, we had a lot of injuries, but fortunately for me, I was able to expand my game, play more minutes than I've ever played. Played some point guard, and got a chance to really show what I could do. So on a personal note, I feel like it was a good season, but you don't get anything individual accolades. You have to win as a team. We didn't do that, but I feel like I just have to get better.
At times you were the number one option this year in your first 4 years in the league. Did you ever wonder if you'd ever get that chance to really have that big of a role in the NBA?
Well, I didn't know. I was hoping. It was fun some of the time. Obviously, we didn't win, but to have that kind of confidence from your coach is great to have. Coach D'Antoni gave me a lot of confidence in these 2 years to play freely, don't worry about mistakes. And I think you need a coach like that because if you're out there playing tentative or timid, sometimes it takes away from your game. And Coach D'Antoni never does that. He always just tells you to play your game, play freely, and as long as you're playing hard, he doesn't say much.
With what you've shown this year, do you think now that whether you're here or somewhere else, you deserve a starting role?
I don't really get caught up in starting. I would just like to have a good opportunity playing a lot of minutes, regardless if that's starting or not. I think I'm worthy of it, but if I'm not going to hang my head about it or get too down. I think the most important thing about this league is having an opportunity to play, and once you have the opportunity, make the most of it.
Did you have to adjust your game at all with all the injuries and passing that number of options? Anything differently on the court when defenses were playing you, I guess, differently?
Well, it was the first time since probably college that I had to get used to multiple people guarding me. It was kind of different, but I enjoyed it. It was sometimes I had to pace myself because I was playing a lot of minutes, and it's different in the NBA because it's a longer game. But for the most part, I had fun this year. It was good chemistry with the guys in the locker room. The coaching staff was great, so we didn't win a lot of games, but it was a fun year chemistry wise, and we played as hard as we could every night.
What were you going to work out here? You go back to?
Yeah, I'll probably take the weekend to relax and get some stuff in order to go back home. But Monday I'll probably go home to Atlanta, see some family, and then I graduate college on May 10th, so it should be fun. Cap and gown and everything.